I'm gonna pour myself a second glass.
Yeah, do it.
It's really dangerous because it's Sunday night and tomorrow I have work, but anyway.
Anyways, glug, 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 glug. You want to give yourself a quick introduction in case people do not recognize your face already?
I must be such a stranger on Kat's channel. Well, hello, I'm Natalie. I am Kat's friend from college. I'm currently actually based in Zurich in Switzerland. I am born and raised in Hong Kong. I like telling people I've lived in 4 different cities across 3 different continents. I love anything to do with like food and beverages. Like back in like pre-COVID days, love eating out. I love wine tasting with friends. I also used to have a food blog, which I still kind of semi keep it up, but like rarely. And I used to write like reviews or travel logs. I always guest stars in Kat's videos. Do you want to tell me about your wine while you open it?
I actually Googled it when you asked, but it's an Italian wine from a company called Santa Margherita, and it's a Pinot Grigio. And it's from this region called Alto Adige.
Yeah.
I think we got it from Costco.
Fun fact, do you know how to open a bottle of wine without a wine opener?
With a shoe.
Do you think it would ever work?
I think I did it for like some like event or like maybe a concert or something, and I think it actually worked, but it was like really annoying, so I wouldn't choose to do it. Put a lighter here and like the heat will like have the wine pop or the cork pop out.
That sounds very non-reliant. Oh my god. See, this is not easy. I don't know how people do it so fast.
With practice. Oh, I got it. Very good.
Got it. This has been so
bubbly.
So this is what I have. It's a company called Solaz, and it's a Tempranillo, which is a grape native to Spain. It's actually a blend of Tempranillo and Cabernet Sauvignon. I never really liked Spanish wine. I thought I didn't like it because it's all supposed to be super like dry. But then for my birthday last year, we did a little wine tasting, and they brought a bunch of Tempranillos as like a blind tasting for the grape. And I really like it.
It smells woody. It actually kind of smells woody. It smells woody. That's
nice.
The only thing that I can pick up besides like the smell of wine, of white wine. I think it is a little bit on the sweeter side because it doesn't have like that dry bitterness to it.
Ooh. It's a lot sweeter than I thought. It's almost like red currant. It's very strong in the red stone fruit or red berry kind of area.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like it.
Oh, good.
Yay. We need cheers.
Oh, we need a cheers. Cheers.
Yay. What happened was pre-start of school, there's a bunch of Facebook groups where you have a bunch of incoming kids and you're trying to like introduce yourself, make like virtual friends, find your roommate. I remember like seeing Catherine Zhang among a list of like all the intros, and hers was so bold. She was like, "Hey guys, this is Kat. This is Catherine, but call me Kat. I have a food blog. Please read it," or something like that. And so I sent her a friend request. She posted something on her blog, and I clicked into it, and when I was reading it, I was like, wow, this girl is legit. She genuinely writes and posts and keeps with a blog that has multiple chapters. And I was like, this is so legit. I was like, you know what, Nat, there's nothing to lose. Worst case, she puts you on red, and that's it. So I like cold texted her, been like, "Hi Kat, this is Natalie. Just want to say like, saw your blog post, super unusual, super cool. Just want to pop it right there. Have a good day."
I think it was like the first or second week of school. We essentially saw each other at a football game and made eye contact. This sounds like a love story. It kind of is.
And there's a bunch of kids wearing like purple t-shirt, and then like amongst this crowd, I caught Kat's eye, as in I saw her from afar. I was like, wait, is she Catherine Zhang, the girl I talked to like a month ago? And our eyes met for like a split second. I looked away and I was like, whatever, she probably doesn't remember me. And then you came over and you're like, "Hey, are you Natalie?" Like we talked a bit over Facebook, and I was like, oh wow, she remembered me. And then we exchanged numbers. This does sound like a love story.
Like a love story.
It's not a love story, but
Yeah.
I still remember your expression when our eyes met. You do this thing sometimes where you're just kind of like, you look like this. Like it's like, you know, like intense like stare. And I was just like, oh God.
I was just starting my food blog, and like basically my goal coming to Chicago was to like eat out more. So especially towards the beginning of freshman year, I was like, oh, she seems like someone who could, you know, be a partner or a friend that comes with me and like is down to maybe travel downtown together, which I loved.
One thing is enjoying the food in a sensory sense, like, oh, it's spicy, it's bitter, it's sweet. And the other thing is being genuinely curious about like what goes into this food or how this food came about. I think it's this kind of natural curiosity that kind of bonded us together. You inspired me to open my own food blog.
Yay. The funny thing is that people were surprised to find out that we were friends because we had no mutual friends. We lived on opposite sides of campus.
We had no overlapping social circles. I think we wanted to try this restaurant called Live Kitchen. Kat was like, Nat, do you mind if I take notes and write about this place? And she just took a napkin, a pen, and started writing. And I was like, this is amazing.
You like taking food photos? I like taking food photos, but I don't take that great of photos.
Oh, 100% dye my hair pink.
Oh my gosh.
That was so spontaneous. We lived in the opposite end of the campus. Like, it was a solid 25-minute walk in freaking Chicago in the winter. You're like, Nah, I'm gonna do this weekend. I was like, go you, happy for you. And I was bored, and I was like, can I come join and see like how you guys do it? Just like be there. So I went over, she had everything set up, and then at some point I was like, wait, what if I do it too? And you're like, oh, nah, you should do it. But I was like, dude, I have not thought about this at all. But there's something about the night. I was like, you know what? Like, if there's one time I like to do it, let's do it now.
Yes.
And for months, I would not like call my parents and show them my hair. I would always be like tied up or something.
Same here. I like to think that we kind of started a trend because I feel like in the 6 months after we did it, I saw more people like that we knew that also did something pretty similar. Definitely one of my favorite memories is going to New Orleans and Atlanta. I think it was sophomore year, spring break, and we did a split trip. The first half was in my hometown, Atlanta, and then we went to New Orleans for a couple of days. Also have a vlog that we put together, which I feel like I remember we'll link it. Yes, right here. We saw some of your friends. We saw some of my friends. We ate so much food. That was like one of the things that we were excited the most about. And we also missed our flight, which was just
that was so
crazy.
Dumb. We just sat in the wrong gate. That's it. And we were not paying attention whatsoever. I remember coming back. I was like, Kat, I had nothing in the past 5 days apart from deep fried food. No water, caffeine. I'm just sitting alone in my apartment, and I've had this like withdrawal symptom of like, I think it was just because like coming back from a holiday and like having no nutritious food for the past 5 days. I was reminded of our gnocchi video. I think that's my favorite video of us, to be honest.
We'll insert a clip right here.
Insert a link here. Basically, we just made homemade sweet potato gnocchi. I borrowed some photo shooting equipment from my photo lab because I was studying photography back then. And I borrowed like lamps and like shooting lights, and like it looked so legit. And it was so unnecessary and so extra, but I loved it.
My favorite part was when you were in the middle of kneading the dough, but then your head was itchy. So I was in the kitchen, I was busy, and you were just being very needy. But you know, when Nat's needy and itchy. In need of wine too.
My forehead is itchy. Okay, I'm coming. And you'll scratch my forehead. I was like, no, to your left. Yes. Can you feed me some wine? Yes.
Oh, and another thing, we've gone to like the Evanston Farmers Market for like 4 years in a row. And it usually is in the summer and fall that it's outdoors. It's like really close to campus, and we would just go, we would get smoothies, we'd get pastries, walk around, maybe buy like one thing of produce maximum.
Kat is still in Chicago now. I miss Chicago so much.
But you've visited?
April 2019, your birthday.
And then I was gonna go visit you, but then COVID kind of that up. So someone asked me yesterday, like, oh, where are you trying to travel? And I was like, honestly, that's the first place I'm trying to go because I already had plans and all the you know, I like itinerary mapped out, and then it just got slashed. So that's where I'm trying to go next.
I will move mountains and seas just to empty my schedule to like hang out with you.
Okay, I'm holding you to that.
I'm gonna pour myself a second glass.
Yeah, do it.
It's really dangerous because it's Sunday night and tomorrow I have work, but anyways,
glug 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 glug.
How's your white wine doing?
It's actually really easy to drink. I'm like almost done with the class. Feeling good. How about you?
Nice. I mean, I'm on my second class.
We did have something kind of similar to this, maybe like 3-ish months ago, where it was a Friday afternoon for me and it was like Friday night for you, and we got really drunk and made cocktails together. Elderberry?
A gin Colin, yeah, basically it's just gin with elderflower syrup and like some tonic water.
I made a bunch of mojitos. It was great.
Fun sharing. Something about 2021, I do want to shift my mindset a little bit. Over the holidays, I started doing this thing where I would write little, like think of like a fortune cookie. There's little fortune in it, right? So I wrote like, I think around 40, 50 for myself. I'll put it in a box.
Wait!
If I open it, it's just a bunch of different notes I write to myself. It's super random. It could be anything like, oh, today, eat some chocolate. Or tomorrow be like, go for a run, turn on a TV show or something. And each day I'll pick one up and it will be like something I'll follow or think about that day.
I love that. You didn't tell me about that. That's great.
So I should have told you, but yeah. For example, today mine is, it doesn't hurt to try to be a bit more optimistic.
That is great. That's awesome.
I call it, it's a new day.
Aw, kind of along those lines, the principle of self-compassion. Because of last year, the pandemic and being at home, there was a point that I forced myself to enjoy life. I was like painting, I was like trying to wake up early, I was, eating good food. The principle self-compassion, it just kind of reinforces the point of like, be kind to yourself. You don't need to like push yourself like to exhaustion.
But this is my unpopular opinion. It's one thing to be kind to yourself and have self-compassion. The other thing is self-compassion is not an excuse to avoid certain responsibilities. Let's say like today I have 10 things to do. There are 2 things I could tell at the end of the day. One is, Nat, hustle. You're gonna be tough on yourself. The other is, you know what, Nat, it might be a bad day. Tomorrow's a new day. Treat yourself kindly. For me, I feel like if I keep telling myself the kindness part, it's almost like letting myself procrastinate. It's like boiling myself into believing that I can avoid responsibility because I am kind to myself, Sometimes you need to be tough on yourself. You have to be. So what is the line? This is kind of like where I struggle to find.
I think there's like 2 questions you have to ask. One, is it absolutely necessary that it gets done tonight? Is anyone gonna, be extremely upset if you wait and do it in like 12 hours? The second is like, if I give myself rest, if I take the rest of the night off, like do something kind for myself, will that reset me more so that I can tackle this effectively and in a better mood tomorrow? So I totally agree. Like it shouldn't be an excuse for you to be like, you know what, like I don't need to like do my job. Like I'm my own person, like blah, blah, blah. I think it's just like having a good balance between not being burned out if you push yourself to the point in order to achieve like some goal that isn't super important.
I also think it comes with experience. Like no one can tell you where to draw the line.
Wise
words from 2 early 20s girl who has no clue.
We know what we're doing. Yes. Connect with us on LinkedIn.
It is 12:15 a.m. for me, and I am done with 2 glasses of wine. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing pretty well. It's 5:15 and I still got like at least 5 hours before I go to sleep. So, we got like more than half of a bottle of wine left. I don't know what we'll do. We'll see. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got to drink some wine, chat about things.
Like, subscribe, and comment below.
Thank you so much for saying that. Now I don't have to say it. Woo!